Greetings and welcome to another excellent World of Tanks video. There are two different versions of this video. One for the human side and one for the Orkz side. It's nothing super spectacular, but I want you to be aware of how to unlock the tanks. So we're going to go and do the specific version for each video using this common intro. And this one is a tank you can unlock if you choose the human side. This is the Ignis Porio. This is a Cold War tank that has a missile launcher and a 20-shot autoloader. Really fun tank to play. Actually, if you have a Begleitpanzer, that tank is more or less a junior version of this tank. So really fun stuff. If you're on the human side, this is what you will get. It's really cool. And this is with the big guy commander as well. He has a unique voice. So does that lady, but I don't. Oh, that lady's voice is horrible. I wasn't interested in getting her anyway when I found out she had this crazy, speeches that she would give. It was like no brainer. I don't want that. So here you go. Now this is what I have here, and I'll show you why. Equipment. It has inferior armor. You got to have advanced armor. This will give you better reload, better accuracy, and other crew performance abilities. This gives you improved speed. And then this one, stability, the stabilizing bar increases your stability, and you'll see why momentarily. Now I also have the crew performances of the enhanced rations, as well as the camouflage edition of the advanced smoke. It's not that much on the camouflage, but the thing is you can use this as a missile sniper, under different circumstances. The other gun is much more short range, so it's really not a big camouflage type tank. But let's look at the stats here. Now I did this by hitting the Y button on Xbox, or on PlayStation you would hit the triangle button. What we have here, cannon, 29-second reload, because like I said, it's a 20-shot autoloader. This tank is really good when you drive up to a guy, unleash 20, and then get the hell out of there waiting for your reload. It's fairly devastating in the right situations. Rocket launcher reload, almost 23 seconds here. But here's the thing you need to look for. All right, let's go back up here. Underneath the turret here on the bottom left corner, the turret rotation is 40. This is the stock, plus the little crew bonuses. But I use the stabilizer bar to get the accuracy during rotation down to 0.59. This will mean that as you're driving by with your turret, your autoloader is going to be devastatingly accurate. And that's really the key there. Also, the stabilizer bar brings down the accuracy during movement, which you can see under the bottom center where it says primary battle cannon. Reload time, below that rate of fire, below that accuracy at 100 meters. And then accuracy during movement. So when you're rolling, it's not horrible, 2.35 meters. But that's like 7 feet. So it's not great. So it's not great on an attack run until you get really close. So that's really the main thing that I wanted to show you. Now I go with full premium so that you get maximum penetration, because the armor on this tank is so weak. Another thing is the armor is so weak, you usually don't last long enough to lose crew members. It's a tomato. You can remove this guy. You could go with, watch what happens when I add the more speed. when you add speed, remember that accuracy during rotation was 0.59. Well, it's going to be a lot higher now because it also adds turret rotation. So now turret rotation has gone up to 44 almost, and from 0.59 it's gone to 0.71, which isn't bad. Now again, this is personal preference. Choose whatever you like. Accuracy during movement is only, it went from what, 2.35 to 2.47. That's kind of reasonable. So it's up to you what you want. I had to get the recalibration. The maximum speed with the gasoline here and the traction is 75. Which is, good. So it's tomato. You can also decide, and it's like I said, it's a personal thing. We can go with first aid. So first aid or smoke or gasoline, depends what you want. If you want more speed, go for the gasoline. If you're afraid of the crew getting whacked, add the first aid. In my experience, the crew doesn't last, this tank doesn't live long under close combat, so you got to be real careful. Now this tank is awesome as a defensive rover if that's how you want to play it as well. It's up to you. Sky's the limit. So that's basically the thing with the Ignis. This is the Teefbreaka. Now this is a tier 9 light tank. It also has a siege mode which gives you extra speed. So that's something you need to know. Now I like this tank. I thought it was very good. My records weren't that great, but it was more my team versus this tank. This tank's performance was quite good. It looks pretty cool too, and so it's just one of those things that it depends on what you're looking to do in this tank. It's a really nice looking design, fun to play, especially if you prefer World War II. Let's take a look at this guy. All right, what do we have? Equipment. Well, we have a fan, that's for crew performance. We have the traction system for speed and rotation of your tank. More speed with the powertrain. And then we have the stabilizer bar. Now this is real important, and I'll show you why. The fan and the enhanced rations also help with your stability, and we're going to see that here when I go inside. Now you look under the Teefbreaka turret on the bottom left hand corner, you see turret rotation 46 plus. Accuracy during rotation 0.50, which is very, very good. And this is what the stabilizer bar and all the other crew perks like Born Leader, as well as the fan and the enhanced rations will do for you. So accuracy at 100 meters 30, which is good, but accuracy during movement under 2 meters, which is good. It's not bad on an attack run, and as you get closer it's better, but on a drive-by that 50 is going to be like almost every shot is going to hit the guy. So it's one of those things that's really good. Now again, it'll depend on your play style, what you want to do. Let's look at this armor. Like the armor I thought was okay-ish. It's not super great. It is decent on the turret area. What about this frontal? 80 millimeters top and bottom. It's a light tank. It's very fast though, because you see a max speed of 71. I want to say it goes like 90 with the siege mode engaged. It goes a lot faster. So that's its real drawing card. The armor is like okay, just not super great. But if you chose Orkz, basically you get all the Orkz stuff. commanders, what have you. You'll get this tank at the end. Great, World War II Tier 9 light tank, because there aren't any Tier 9 light tanks premium. This is the only premium Tier 9 light tank. That is one of the oddball things. In fact, let's go check this out and I'll show you. All right, let's go search. Tier 9, there you go. Tier 9 light tank. Oh, sorry. The Fraternité is also a Tier 9 light tank. Well, there you go. Learn something. I missed that the first time I had tested this out. Oh, well. So basically, you get two. 1, 2, what's the difference? You don't have much choices. So if you're a light tank player, the Fraternité or the Teefbreaka is the way to go. And clearly the Teefbreaka is the way to go because it's free. I'm just going to, keep it real. You can't beat the price of free. You're going to get your money's worth out of it for sure. It's a real solid tank, so you can't go wrong. I have the commander, as you can see, but he's only a two-dimensional commander, which is kind of unfortunate. So, there's a lot of good 3D commanders. You could sit in here like, the Grim Reaper would be a good one. That would be a good fit. But essentially speaking, the Orkz commanders are just 2D. It's okay. I wish they'd have made a 3D. I'd have bought the heck out of it. But, whatever. Another good one, of course, Eddie. If you have him, he'd be a good fit for that tank. So it's just one of those deals. There's a lot of opportunities here to have a lot of fun in this tank. So if you chose Orkz, congratulations. I think you're going to enjoy this tank. It's pretty darn good. And really that covers all that I really need to cover in this video. So that's it. Okay, so you watched the vehicle of your choice, essentially, and this is the end of the video. I use the same end for both videos. Makes it a lot simpler. So hope this helped you. If this helped you, it would help if you could leave a like to help spread the word. Tell your friends, that way they can learn about this stuff, make their choice if they haven't already done it. Maybe they'll leave a like, maybe they'll subscribe, what have you. Either way, it's good. I have both of those tanks, and they're both very good tanks. So you can't really go wrong. It's just that if I was objectively trying to get one that I thought was the most fun, if you want to play World War II, get the Teefbreaka. If you want to play Cold War with the missiles, get the Ignis. My personal preference is the Ignis, although I thought the Teefbreaka was really, really good and a fun tank to play, so you can't go wrong. But get whatever one is going to be the most interesting to you. That's my advice. So, I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Look forward to seeing you again. Hopefully, you're going to have a great time with whichever tank you have chosen. So, look forward to seeing you guys again later, and I'm out of here.